Are you ready today? Because we are talking about something that is super serious, even though it has the word fun in it. So, I have been working with women 25 years, right? I have been coaching inadvertently women on life, business, career, my entire career. I've just always been one of those people that people came to for advice. But in the last 5 years, I've been coaching women on business exclusively. And what I have seen in 2025 is that so many women are really, truly struggling, and I was guilty of this myself not that long ago. And it's because we lack joy and fun in our days. I'm calling it a fun recession. And this is what is causing you to be exhausted, burnt out, overwhelmed, overworked, lacking joy, having anxiety, depression, waking up in the middle of the night, not being able to sleep, weight gain, all of those different kinds of things, because you have absolutely no balance in your life. So today we're going to talk about what to do with it as the first day of Q4 2025 is here. So, hey there, I'm Salen. I am your fun business coach, and I help six-figure women entrepreneurs integrate the 4 core pillars that every successful business utilizes. Businesses like Amazon, Apple, Airbnb, my business, and your business should have them too. Because here's the thing. Only 2% of women entrepreneurs will achieve $1 million in revenue, and I personally think that's crap. Here's why. There is no secret to hitting $1 million. And when I hit my first million in 2010, when I should have been celebrating, I was instead sitting in my car at 9 a.m. on a weekday after having just covered another shift for a team member who called out sick. And so much of what was going on in my life, sure, I was working 80 plus hours. I had hit the $1 million. I had the 6-figure salary, but I had lost all the fun and the joy in building a business. It was no longer fun. And I didn't even really have much fun in my life. And when I did, I was so exhausted, I couldn't even enjoy it. That moment in 2010 was the moment I drew a line in the sand and said, something has to change. Because here's what I know for a fact. I've had my own personal family journey with people, medical, early death, all of those kinds of things. But after working with seniors at the end of their life for 10 years, I can tell you that no one ever said to me, I wish I had worked more. No, they always express their regrets about, I wish I had a better relationship with my spouse. I wish my kids were here taking care of me instead of you. I wish I had taken that trip. I wish. They expressed all their regrets to me because they had focused on making money. That's how they were private paying me for their care. But they had lost so much fun and joy in their life and had so many broken relationships. And I don't want that for you. Yes, I call myself your fun business coach, and that's a whole nother story. But it's because when I figured out how to have a business and bring the joy and the fun back in, it was game changing. And I feel like, so that was 2010 when I was burnt out, and then things turned around 2 whole years later. It took me a long time. I now realize that we're in this place again, and it wasn't just me. I was feeling a little bit of lack of fun the past couple years. I'm guilty of that. And, I realized what was important to me in order to make that shift. And now I'm having the best time in business. I'm busy, but with all great things. People light me up. Everything is amazing. So let's talk about what's going on. So if you are in business right now and business is good and you're growing and you're scaling, but you're completely exhausted and you don't have the energy and like just the mental capacity to enjoy it, what's the point, right? What is the point? I just told you that seniors at the end of their life clearly told me that all the money in the world still filled their life with regrets, right? So what is the point? Or if you're at a point in your business where maybe your revenue has plateaued or is kind of decreasing no matter how many hours you worked, maybe all the things you've done in the past to grow your business are no longer working in 2025 and you're frustrated, or you're at a time capacity, right? So many of the women that I talk to, they're like, I'm working hard, but I have no more time to give. And so my revenue is capped. Then I can pretty much probably guarantee that you're struggling to add fun into your life because you're so stressed about business and your revenue. So no matter which end of the spectrum you're on, today you're in the right place, because let's actually talk about why fun is the number one income producing activity. So here's the thing. I just ran my quarterly strategic planning for profit workshop. This is a workshop that I run for my clients inside the Legacy Business School, and I also invite everyone on my email list. If you were a part of it, then you know we talked a lot about adding fun in during fourth quarter, because this is the time where you want to end the year strong, like achieve those goals that you put out there, but also you want to enjoy the festivities, right? You want to have the pumpkin spice lattes. You want to enjoy Thanksgiving with family and friends. You know, you want to do your holiday shopping and go to parties and do all of those different kinds of things. But if you're lacking the energy and the like brain capacity in order to be fully present when you're doing those things, it's not going to bring you any fun. And when you're having more fun in your personal life, then you can get more fun in your business. Like, I absolutely love pouring into my clients because my personal life is so good. It's not always been amazing. There are seasons, right? We all go through those different things, me included. But over the past couple months, probably since about like June, I've really poured into feeling what I want now. I've been following Kathy Heller. If you don't know who she is, you can check her out, kathyheller.com, and that's Kathy with a C. But she talks about manifestation and abundance, and she talks about it's not that you necessarily want the money, you want the feeling that the money gives you, or not necessarily that you want the car or the new house or the new outfit or the new lily. It's the feeling that it gives you. And so if you started embodying that feeling today, how would that change your life? That right there was such a mindset shift for me. And I made that shift in June, and it was almost magically overnight that things started to shift. I was taking more time in the morning to enjoy my morning routine. I was, instead of just walking by the beach and being, oh, that's beautiful, I was stopping for a couple minutes to enjoy the ocean. I was spending more time with my family and enjoying their presence in what's going on. I was enjoying more of my evenings. I was enjoying more time with my clients, all of these different kinds of things, because I was really focused on the feeling. And I can tell you, this is what we need. We need more fun. So let's go over the sneaky signs that you might be in a fun recession in your life and you don't even know it. So first sign, you're attached to your phone and you can't put it down. And it is a place where you not only do business, but you also go to escape reality. Who's guilty? I know I've been guilty of that in the past. Let me tell you something that I did probably back in like May. I shut my notifications off. Like literally my phone is on silent and has been on silent for the past 4 or 5 months. There is absolutely nothing that I do that is life threatening. I shut it off. It sits here on my desk, and if I see a text come through, then I'm like, okay, let me check it to make sure it's not someone who needs me, like mom or my boyfriend kind of deal. But otherwise, it's silent. That alone has given me so much peace. Let's talk about the second thing, sleep. Sleep fixes everything in my world, and we are at a point in our lives where sleep has not become is no longer a priority. It's almost like a treat, right? Like 8 hours sleep is like, oh my God, let me treat myself. No. Sleep is what lets your body, your mind, your soul recharge, rest, get the rejuvenation that it needs to get you through the next day. They say 1 night of bad sleep screws you up for an entire week. So if you're not giving yourself 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep at night, then most likely that is affecting your brain fog, your anxiety, your depression, your overwhelm, because when you wake up in the morning, you're not rested and ready. You're still tired. Here's some things that I do. We have the AC on 68. Doesn't matter that I'm in Florida or not. AC on 68. When I travel, it's always that temperature. I have all of the windows blacked out with room darkening shades. There is absolutely no lights on, no phone, no alarm, no TV, no anything, nothing. It's in complete darkness. And then if I really want to add some extra level on, then I go to bed an hour earlier and I just rest. And I just let myself rest. That way, when my body is naturally tired, it gives me time to wind down my mind. Then I usually fall asleep within an hour or so. So sleep, so important. The other sneaky signs that you're in a fun recession and you don't even know it is you're no longer finding any joy in what you're doing in your business. So let me know in the comments, do you think you are in a fun recession? Comment fun below. Are you no longer finding joy in your business? Meaning you're trudging through your days. You're not looking forward to working with your clients. You're like, why do I have to do this? You're just feeling like you're going through the motions and there's no emotions attached to them. Like you're just gray, right? Let me know in the comments if that's you. Comment fun if you're guilty of one of those fun recession issues. So if you are, how do we add fun back in? So first of all, I want you to design your personal vision. This is so important. Why? We have to know what our dream life looks like. I do this with every single client, every single program that I run, every single thing. Because back in the day when I started my first business and said, I want more time and money, that meant nothing. That's how I was chasing that hamster wheel going around and around and around and around and around and working 80-hour weeks because I never knew what the bar was, right? And so I want you to think about what in your life is what do you want? What is your Groundhog Day? Remember that movie Groundhog Day? If you had to live the same day over and over and over again, what would your ideal day look like? What is your personal vision? Then once you know that, we make decisions all day, every day to get us closer to that. People are in your inbox, your DMs, your face, your text messages all day, every day, asking you to do things. They want things, this, that, whatever it is. But when you have a personal vision, it acts as your North Star, and you can say, does this align? Does it not align? And you say yes or no. When you say more things that are yes to getting you closer to that personal vision, then it's like, yay, I'm moving closer. It gives you that light at the end of the tunnel, and it starts bringing joy back into your life. You're saying no to the things that you don't want to do. No, you don't want to go have coffee with that woman that you don't really like. No, you don't want to service that client that drains you, even though you need the money. No, you don't want to go to that networking event because it's at 7 a.m. and you don't like getting up early, right? Think about all those things that drain you. We want to get those out, right? Out, out, out. Amy says, seasonal shifts cause me to need to cling onto my fun. Yes, right? Seasonal shifts are so, so important. And so you really want to think about in each season, how can you have fun? I know where you are, Amy. I know that, right? So going into winter is a really tough time if you're not a winter person for a lot of people. And so it's like, what fun can you have during winter, right? What could bring you joy during those times? The other thing that you want to do is when this is what I taught during the Planning for Profit workshop last week was you want to plan for fun. I'm sorry, it's sad. We're at this point in our lives and in our world where we need to plan for fun, right? Like hopefully some more comes to you, but you have to plan for it. And it's the first thing. Like when I look at my calendar for the quarter, I'm like, okay, when am I going to go get a massage? When am I going to hang out and do this trip? When am I going to do this? When am I going to do that? And I try and plot all those things on the calendar first, and then try and leave more space for fun. I am so guilty of sometimes over programming myself. October is my birthday month. And so I looked at it the other day and I was like, I didn't block off enough days. I only have about like 7 to 8 days in October blocked off for fun things. And I wish I had done more. So now I'm trying to move some things around there. So you really want to think about what are the things that I want to do for fun, whether it's this week or this month, and block them on your calendar. And if something comes up, be like, no, I'm sorry. Like this is priority. When you treat fun activities as the same level as working with a client, then you're going to value them on your calendar. So that's some ideas for you. If you're really struggling and you don't have a plan for Q4, you're feeling like, oh, my revenue is capped, or my revenue is stagnant, or revenue is just not going up like I really want it to, and I need to close 2025 Q4 with as much momentum as possible, I want to encourage you to comment scale, or you can sign, look at this, I have a QR code now. You can scan that QR code and you can book a complimentary scale strategy session. Here's what we're going to do when we get on the phone. I'm going to ask you who you are, tell me about your business, and what's your biggest frustration right now? What is keeping you from fun and growth in your business at the same time? When you tell me those things, we're going to map out a 90-day plan that's going to allow you to not only grow your business, but also live that dream lifestyle that you want. Because I know in just 90 days, when you integrate the 4 core pillars that I teach inside my unique blueprint, which is the legacy business system, this is that 4 core pillar system, that's when you get the fun back in your life, right? So I will show you how to map those out and then what you need to do. And then if you like the vibe and I like your vibe and you want to work together, great. If not, you leave with a 90-day plan. It's super low key. I'm not a big salesperson, but if that's something that you're like, okay, I need some help because I've been trying everything on my own and nothing's working and I'm frustrated, let's just get on a complimentary call. I mean, you got nothing to lose, right? It's 30 minutes. We'll probably have some laughs and we will get to the bottom of why that frustration is keeping you from growth and fun at the same time and give you a 90-day plan to make that happen. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you want more on this topic, comment newsletter. I'll send you the newsletter article that this topic is. This is like a spinoff of my newsletter that comes out every single Sunday. And I'll send it over to you. You can check it out. And also, I would love to connect with you. So if we're not connected on social, send me a DM, say hi, tell me what you do for fun in your life. I would love to know more. So I will see you guys. Let's see. Am I here next week? Next week. Yes, back again, October 8th next week. I will see you next Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Make sure you plan for some fun sometime before I see you next week. And again, if you want to book a complimentary scale strategy session, scan the QR code or comment scale. And if you have not read the newsletter for more information on this topic, comment newsletter and I will send it over to you. Have a great day, everyone. I will see you next Wednesday.